And happy birthday to you, Lance. Blow out your candle. Congratulations.
Yay.
You're 23.
Good morning, you guys. Yeah, it's my birthday.
It's Lance's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Lance!
Ah!
Sorry if you're listening in headphones and I just destroyed your eardrums.
Noise warning.
It's Lance's birthday today.
It is.
Therefore,
there's some yelling going on.
Therefore, you are older.
I am. That is about how birthdays go.
That's how they work.
Yep.
Tell me, Lance.
Yeah.
After that awkward slurp silence.
Oh, it was great though.
Yeah.
I love slurp silences.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
Well, due to the quarantine and everything in the world being shut down right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a very thrilling. Actually, no. This is actually what I like to do. My birthday is not really ruined because this is exactly what I do for my birthday every year. Because I don't like big things for my birthday. I'm just going over to my parents' house for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you having for dinner?
Brisket. So my dad's going to smoke some brisket. I told him it's not legal in the state of Washington, but he's going to do it anyway. And then we're going to have some potatoes.
Wait, hold on. What?
We're going to have some smoked brisket.
No. Out of what I said, what? The illegal thing? What do you mean by that?
I was just making a joke because
I was
really
like...
smoked brisket, but I was really making a joke.
Oh, because you smoke brisket.
Yeah.
I see what you did
there. Yeah. We're going to have either mashed potatoes or baked potatoes. I kind of just left that in my mom's court because I love potatoes, and I don't care if they come mashed or baked, as long as they're potatoes. And they got lots of butter and salt. I'm good.
You stereotypical Irishman right
now?
now?
I love potatoes.
Okay. You want
like,
some cabbage?
I will easily eat a baked potato like an apple. Like, if you cook
an apple?
If you cook a baked potato, then I will take the potato, rub butter on it, take a bite, put more butter on it, take a bite, and that's just how I'll eat it. I'll just grab the potato.
You'll rub the butter on it? Like
yeah,
you
have
like bare hands?
Like, take the butter and I'll just go bloop.
What are you doing?
Sometimes I'll take salt and do similar. Kind of just like a bloop.
Okay. All right. You know, whatever you want to do.
The day after baked potatoes are the best because they're completely cooled down, so you don't have to like worry about anything. So you just like throw salt on it and you lather it up with butter and you just eat it. That's great. I love potatoes.
All right.
Potatoes are great.
Lance, where are we on your birthday? Where are we?
We are in your house on my birthday.
Do you know who had birthdays?
Who had birthdays, Henry?
Jesus. I feel like it's the same intro every time.
Yeah, it really is. But hey, it's true. Jesus had birthdays, okay?
And you can find Jesus in the Bible.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Does that mean we're in the Bible?
That's where we are today. What a surprise! And where are we in the Bible?
We are in Hebrews. Hebrews 12, which Hebrews 11 through 12 is like my favorite, one of my favorite chunks of the Bible. I know I say that about a lot of places, but it's still one of my favorite chunks. Because 11 through 12 is kind of really one chapter, but it is also two chapters. But it's great.
Yeah.
Really like the first half of 12.
Yeah.
The second half is kind of different, but anyway.
We don't talk about the second half.
We don't talk about that.
All right.
But no, Hebrews 12:1. Just one verse today.
Just one.
But it's a great verse. And it's
such a good verse.
It is.
It's such a good verse.
I love the verse. I don't know why I have this lighted. I get really fidgety when I have things in front of me too.
Okay, good.
That's why I have to keep it to a coffee cup.
Solid. Solid. You put that away.
Yeah, I was going to fidget with it so much.
All right.
Let's
Hebrews 12:1.
Yeah.
That is it.
Let's jump into it.
We can't take a journey anywhere this week.
I mean, we can journey to the verse and then just have a picnic.
What are we doing for our journey this week? We are...
Let's just hike up a mountain with a picnic basket and then just chill overlooking Hebrews and chill.
Wow. Yeah.
I want to go on a picnic. That sounds nice. That's what I'm doing for my birthday too. I'm going on a picnic for lunch today.
Okay. All right. Hebrews 12:1.
Let's do it.
Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us.
I love it.
It's such a good verse.
It is. Such a good verse. One of our only phrases we know how to say about a verse.
It's great. No, it's super good. Yeah,
but no, I really like this because, I mean, whenever you see a chapter or a paragraph or anything start off with a therefore, you got to know what comes before it.
Mm-hmm.
And with this verse especially, I feel like you really have to know what comes before it, because this verse is heavily talking about everything that was talked about in chapter 11. It says, therefore, it's talking about with that cloud of witnesses, all the people it talks about in chapter 11. And if you haven't read chapter 11, I highly suggest it. It will build your faith, get you excited, and it is phenomenal.
Homework from Coffee with Henry and Lance.
Yes. But yeah, so in chapter 11, it talks about all these great men of faith throughout the history of the Bible. It talks about Adam, Abraham, Moses, Isaac, Jacob, David, everybody in the Old Testament.
The fathers of faith.
Exactly. And what I love is that through that, we also see everybody that was listed was a human. And with that means that they were imperfect, meaning that they sinned. And it's really great to see kind of just what this whole thing is saying. Like, you see Abraham, he's done some stuff. He doubted God. Like, I mean, he was actually one of the most faithful people. But, like, you know, he did things. He let his wife sleep with kings. He did things. But then you have people like David, who killed his best friend, essentially. You have, who are some other people listed? But pretty much everybody you could look through here, they messed up in some way or another. Moses, he was a drunken guy. He was a drunkard. And it's interesting, Noah, sorry. He was also listed in there. But it's interesting to see that all of these witnesses of faith, essentially, that we're surrounded by, were sinners. And then it goes on to say, so let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance. Because we look back at all the people that were called basically fathers of faith. They were called great men. They're recorded multiple times and looked at it such reverence. And they sin, and we can say, let's look back at them and know where they went and know the faith that they had through it all, and let go of all of our sin, let go of everything that's holding us back, and just pursue him and build up our faith, because they did it.
I think this is kind of like what you were saying. It's like you have to know like the context of this. It's talking about this really gives life to by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony, right?
Yeah.
Because you can look back on, because these are real people. These are real stories. They really happened.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a Christian, you kind of have to believe that, because if you don't, then it's like, I mean, some things are parables, right?
Right.
But the thing is, these people, you see their life, right? I always go back to King David, because I feel like he's the best example. Like, he was faithful to God, right? And obviously he had a very low point in his life, where, I mean, he murdered his best friend so that way he could be with his best friend's wife that he saw in the bath. That's why she's called Bathsheba.
That's not why she's called Bathsheba.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
Great though. I love that.
He murders somebody, right? And yet everybody, I mean, if you've been in church for any amount of time and you've heard about the story of David, we know that he is called a man after God's own heart, right? And it's his testimony that speaks to us. This is almost saying, learn from the men who came before you. Learn from the people who came before you. Because if we can learn from their mistakes and we can say, this is what they did, this is how they were redeemed, and this is, how they got out of that pit of sin and how they continued to walk with God. If we can do that without the pit of sin part, I mean, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys have heard me talk about this before. I firmly believe that at some point we can get to a point in our life or a generation that can be without sin in their life. For their entire life, I don't know. But I believe, that would be extremely difficult. If Jesus was a human, and Jesus came to earth as a human, and that means that he was tempted in every way that we were, and yet he was without sin, then doesn't that mean us as humans could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially since Jesus said, greater things will you do than I have done.
Yeah.
Right? So this really kind of paves way for this, that says you are surrounded by these stories of these people that have shown how they became the fathers of faith, that moved forward the gospel. And even in their perfection, or even in their imperfection, they were still able to see the goodness of God. And at the end of their life, they stayed true, right? I always love, who was it? I think it was John Bevere. Just basically, it doesn't matter how you start. What matters is how you finish.
Yeah.
When it comes to, our life in Christianity, finish well.
Yeah.
Finish well. That's what this is basically saying. Run your race with perseverance. Perseverance can be equated to another word, endurance. Each test and trial that comes against you produces endurance. We actually did, it was a while ago, one of the other coffees with Henry and Lance that had a scripture talking about that. Take what they had to learn the hard way and learn it yourself.
Yeah.
Take these stories to heart. They're not just stories. This is a autobiography. Is that when somebody else does it?
Auto is when you write your own biography.
This is a biography of these guys' lives. Okay. That means that this really did happen. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
So it's very good. It's an amazing verse. Be surrounded by these stories and other people's testimonies.
And just know that even if you are currently living in sin, or if you are sinning, does not mean that you are disqualified.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is saying. Like, throw it off. I mean, yeah, you might be slugged down in the race right now, but if you can look at who did come before you, throw off that sin and learn, like, this isn't important, but also remembering, like, they did it, so can you, then you are able to run that race and you are able to still qualify.
Yeah. I like how it says throw it off to not take it out.
Yeah.
Sin is not in you. See, because sin can't be in you because Jesus is in you. And we talked about that with Galatians 2:20.
Yeah.
But sin cannot reside inside of your heart anymore because you have let Jesus in there. So sin may come onto you and you may fall into that, but unless you totally turn away from God, it's not something that is in you. You are not a sinner anymore when you come to Jesus. Yeah.
That's so good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wonderful
You're not
times.
disqualified.
You are not. You are not disqualified.
Nope.
That's right. Anyway.
Write down your foreheads.
On the forehead. That's your thing for this week.
Yep. Take a Sharpie. Write, I'm not disqualified. By yourself while looking in a mirror.
And then take a picture of it and send it to us in a DM.
Yeah. I really want to see this happen.
I want to see this, please.
Please do this. We love you guys.
Don't forget to wish Sir Lance here a happy birthday.
Hey.
You are awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
And one of my best friends in my life. And I am just so unbelievably blessed to have you be a part of this that we're doing. And thank you for being the man that you are.
Thank you.
Don't cry.
I won't.
Anyway, we will catch you guys next time. Also, don't forget to tune in to Connect Groups tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be wonderful. Joe's going to be bringing an awesome word. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Wow, that was beautiful. And ring the bell.
And ring the bell. Slap it. Punch it. And
pop it.
We'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye.
Take care.